So after spending probably a day and a half thinking about it and looking up online, stuff like that, and then spending the last probably 2.5 hours screwing around with bracket designs and placements and everything else to try to fix and move the EGR valve so that it's not in the way of me running these breather lines to the Yoshi Fab adapter plate, I figured out, or I didn't figure it out, I just came to the conclusion that I'm not going to bolt the EGR bracket down. It's got a big, probably 1/2 inch, 5/8 stainless steel hardline that comes off the exhaust manifold and is in a relatively fixed position. And then it has this stainless steel line that comes off the intake manifold, and it's not going to allow it to go anywhere. You got to really put force and effort on it with a pry bar to make it move more than about a 1/16 of an inch in any given direction, maybe 1/8 of an inch, but less than 1/2 inch. So yeah, it was a lot of stupid work, and actually just came out to be don't bolt the damn thing down and let it free float, because it's not in the way of anything with where it naturally lines up due to, you know, tubing tension when you let it free float. Right. I got to reconnect the heater control valve, which is down there somewhere. I did find, while I've been messing around with everything, that the heater hoses, at least this one that comes back to the head out of the control valve, had rubbed the crossover pipe for the EGR. It doesn't have a hole in it, it's not leaking, but it is kind of soft and gummy, so I'm going to tie that stuff, probably get some zip ties and tie that stuff up a little bit, and then new heater hoses will be on order. I'll probably get a new upper radiator hose while I'm at it. So for the final connection on this, I want to try to use this freeze plug, expansion plug here, as the connection point. I made up this little guy. It's a bulkhead fitting, thread locked the nut onto it. It's got a copper crush washer in there. See if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And we'll back up and regroup. This Volvo, I don't know if I can get the camera in there enough to show anything. I know a lot of guys like to use an adapter that fits the fuel pump, where the mechanical fuel pump would have gone on one of these older blocks. I can't really see it, but this is a 95 940, and while the provision for it is there, it's a lot like a Gen 2 small block Chevy. Yeah, it's there, but it's never been machined out, drilled out, anything like that. So the super nice STS brace brackets that connect the engine over to the chassis with the additional breather port in it, yep, won't work unless you got the block out and drill the block. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to get the camera so that you can see me, but none of these positions are really friendly in here. I could hang the camera upside down maybe, you know, hang it off the, even off the radiator hose. Yeah, you're not going to see me do a whole hell of a lot, so we'll probably pause this and just pick up when I'm done. Okay, so I had to back up and regroup. Paranoia got the better of me on that bulkhead fitting, and so let's see where it's at. Okay, so I went ahead and cross drilled and inset a roll pin. I don't really think you're going to have a lot of problem with, you know, flow. This is a secondary vent, not a primary, and besides, you know, most all of your ventilation systems are done off of 3/8, so as long as you're in the ballpark of 3/8 ID, hosing holes, I'm sure somebody will correct me that there's some, you know, dynamic reason why ABC XYZ manufacturer does 3 things 7 different ways to Tuesday. I don't feel like this is going to be a problem. car key, see what happens. It's not blowing out all over the place. That's a plus. Runs about normal. Belt squeak. Doesn't sound like it's got a vacuum leak. Doesn't run like it's got a vacuum leak. That's the only way to really know is take it out, drive it, make sure that it doesn't spew oil all over the place again. I guess I gotta move that crank.